It's me again, Mariam from our Mahmood school. I am glad to meet you all again, guys. Now we are going to see our second chapter. Let us experience love and protection. The things that we need in our day-to-day life are known as human needs. Food, water and air are considered as the basic needs. Apart from these, there are many other secondary needs. Out of the many different needs that we come across in our lifetime, mental needs such as love and protection play an important role. Okay guys, now in this lesson, we will learn about the need for love and protection. So guys, now let's see love. Do you remember that in the first lesson, we learned that love, protection and relaxation are required to have a healthy mental environment? Yeah. There we discussed about the love arising out of the strong bonds among the family members. There are times when we don't realize the value of the love that we get from our parents, brothers and sisters. Now guys, can we remember that the first day we went to school, our mother, father or guardian may have taken us to school when we were handed over to the class teacher? How much did we cry? Yet, while we were crying, they left us in the class and went out. Didn't they? In spite of our dislike to stay, our parents left us so that we can learn well and become a good child. Now you may realize that they did that for our own good. There are certain things that our parents do that we see differently. We must try to understand what they do and why. Or can we all remember an instance when we or our sister or brother fell ill? At such a time, our parents or even our guardians would have been near us and looked after us both day and night, even without sleeping. They may have sacrificed their time and energy without eating and spend sleepless nights. Okay, now guys, what is love? Yeah, the bond, affection and the closeness that exist among each other is known as love. What is love? The bond, affection and the closeness that exist among each other is known as love. We may have realized by now that when we were a small child or now during our adults or when we were growing older and reaching adulthood, the parents' love, affection and bond won't change. Such mental bonds are required in our life. So guys, love can be considered as a mental requirement. Love is a mental requirement that is essential not only during childhood but also in all ages. From our childhood, we require not only love and affection of our parents, brothers and sisters, but also we need the love of our friends, teachers and neighbors. Got it, guys? Yeah. Now guys, just think about the strong bond, love and affection between our parents, which is so important. Not only for them, but also for us. our grandparents will be very happy if we return the love in the same way that they love and care of us. Protection. Not only humans, but even animals make big sacrifice to protect their offspring. In our daily life, it is difficult for us to do all our work by ourselves. In the same way, there are instances when we can't take decisions on our own. Other than that, problems and obstacles crop up when we least expect. At a time like that, we need the help and assistance of others. If there is no one to help us out at those moments, we feel lonely and sad, won't we? Yeah. Think about how we get the protection of our parents at home. When we have fights with our brothers or sisters, we usually run and hide behind our parents. We do that because we feel that we have protection there. When someone in school scolds us or shouts us, we run to our class teacher, don't we? Yeah, that is because they provide us with the necessary protection. Got it, guys? Yeah. We feel secure when we know that there are others to help and protect us. This is an important mental requirement. It is our responsibility to be honest to our parents and teachers as they provide the necessary protection to us. We may have seen our parents protecting us by saying, "My child doesn't do anything wrong," like that. By safeguarding that trust, we can maintain the respect of those who provide our protection. By now, we would have identified two important mental requirements: their watch, their love, protection. We may have understood that both these requirements are provided to us by our parents. Other than our parents, let us see who are the others. People who give us love and protection. The people who give us love and protection can be classified into two main groups. What are the groups? Family members and external persons. Got it? Now let's see family members. The family consists of parents and their children living together as a unit. In ancient times, the village was mainly lived with their extended family, but today we find more of the nuclear family environment. The members of the family give us love and protection. Nuclear family: mother, father, elder brother, younger brother, elder sister, younger sister, they all are nuclear family. Extended family: mother, father, elder brother, younger brother, elder sister, younger sister, grandmother, grandfather, uncles and aunts, they all are extended family. Got it, guys? Yeah. Earlier in this lesson, we learned about love and protection given by family members, such as parents. By now, we may have understood the members in a family other than mother and father. Love, affection, care and protection given to us by our sister and brother should be given back to them in the same way. Apart from this, in an extended family, we may have our grandfather, grandmother, and our aunts, or uncles living together with us in the same house. We receive much love and affection from our grandparents. They give us protection as well. Most parents in our society go for work and return late in the evening. Some parents have gone abroad for employment. In such situation, the children very often live under the protection of their grandmother, grandfather, an aunt, or an uncle. We must look into the requirement of the other members of the family who live with us. Each individual differs from another, and their thoughts and feelings too are different. Think of an instance when we watch television in our house. When our grandparents want to watch the news telecast, we may have to desire to watch a teledrama on a different channel. If our grandparents are there, they may want to listen to a religious sermon. Above all of them, our younger brother maybe wanted to watch a cartoon series on yet another channel. When complicated issues like this arise, we will have to understand the situations. When living together under one roof, we will have to understand the wants and desires of everyone in some situations. Or there can be differences like this when it comes to preparing food at home. There can be differences with regard to the type of food each one likes and how it should be prepared. If we learn to appreciate such differences from our young age, the bonds and the love towards each other will become very strong. Therefore, each member of the family has to make some sacrifice for the sake of the others. Got it, guys? External persons. Now, guys, what is meant by external persons? Yeah, those who don't live in our home but have some connection with the daily affairs of the family are known as external persons. Now, what is meant by external persons? Those who don't live in our home but have some connection with the daily affairs of the family are known as external persons. Who help us in our daily affairs other than members of our family? Yeah, neighbors, peer groups, teachers, members of the school non-academic staff, religious leaders, officers of private and government institutes. Now first we shall see neighbors. Neighbors. Apart from family members, we have to associate with our neighbors frequently. In rural environments, most of the people are related with each other. Even if they are not related, they happen to be people closely united and known well by each other. The situation in urban environment is somewhat different. Sometimes they don't even know who their neighbors are, even though they may associate with each other. Such associations may not be strong. Whatever it may be, we may have realized that maintaining good relationships with our neighbors is essential for the fulfillment of our physiological needs of love and protection. Therefore, it is important that we help and fulfill our duties towards the elders and others who live around us and treat them with respect. Got it? Peer groups. Peer groups are girls and boys of the same age who associate with us both at school and elsewhere. They are our friends. Those who studied with us at preschool may still be studying with us in the same or parallel class. Or in addition, those who are studying in a grade immediately above or below of our and children from other schools whom we may have met at Sunday school or any other class or at your place of worship are also regarded as members of a peer group. Members of a peer group talk freely with each other. We tend to talk with them about our difficulties, problems, and things we don't understand. The reason for this is belief that we find love and protection among the children of the same age group. However, it is possible that the advice we receive from members of the peer group may not be correct due to their lack of experience and immaturity. Therefore, it is best that you return to your parent or an adult in the family or to one of your teachers for advice with regard to any problem. We may find among our peers that some have wrong whips, bad conduct, and some are engaged in wrong deeds. For various reasons, we have to be intelligent enough to select friends who are sincerely concerned about you. If possible, we should try to get our misguided peers back on the right path with the assistance of our elders, parents, and teachers whenever it is necessary. Teachers and the non-academic staff are, other than our home, the main institutions that provides us love and protection is our school. We meet many people at school, those in higher grades and lower grades than us. Like our elder younger brothers and sisters, without our knowledge, we get protection while in the school, as there is always someone around. Have we realized that we receive love and protection from such children and that we give it back to them in return? Yeah. Now teachers. Our teachers love us at school as much as our parents love us at home. The class teacher treats us like his or her own child. The other teachers of the school and the principal always think about a bright future of us. And we always have their love and protection. Isn't it, guys? Yeah, therefore we can win their hearts by behaving well without hurting them. Sometimes we may have faced minor punishments at school. We should know that all is for our own benefit. There are also other people we meet at school. They are the clerks, office employees, janitors, and minor employees. They are all part of the school. They also contribute to our education and protection indirectly. Got it, guys? Various other people. We come across many other institutions and people in the society apart from those in the family and school. For example, at places of religious worship, we meet priests and other clergymen or women who treat us with lot of love and affection. Can you all remember the love and affection shown by them at the Sunday school? Yeah, they provide us with love and protection while teaching us how to be a good citizen. There are many institutions that fulfill our daily requirements. Police station, hospital, uh, post office, and other government and private institutions and individuals working in those institutes provide a great service to us. They are bounded to serve us. Got it? Some duties and responsibilities to be fulfilled by us to receive love and protection. Up to now, we discussed about the love and protection we get from others. When we don't get love and protection we expect from them, we feel sad and disappointed. The same way, if we fail in our duty and commitment by another, they too feel sad and disappointed. As members of the society, there are many obligations and duties that we have to perform for the benefit of others. When we discharge such duties and responsibilities without failing, we will also get love, affection, and protection we require. Following is a list of such duties and responsibilities of ours. Being obedient to parents and elders, respecting elders and parents, being obedient to teachers, the principal, and the rest of the staff at school. Observing rules and regulations relating to discipline at school, treating peers and students in upper and lower grades with respect, helping others, respecting the views and ideas of others. Listening to others' viewpoints patiently, being sensitive to problems of others, being happy at and appreciating the victory of others, fulfilling the requirement of other members of the family, working in harmony with the neighbors, giving love, affection, and protection to others, protecting public property. Harmful effects of not receiving love and protection or deprivation of a person of the human need of love and protection can give rise to many harmful results, both at personal and social levels. Now, some of those are as follows. So, let's see. Unhappiness and disunity in the family. And what? Yeah. Living at home becoming unpleasant and or conflicts among brothers and sisters and what? Yeah, exactly. Weakening of relationship between parents and children. Like that. Or like dislike of school. And what? Yeah, disruption of education. Or and what? Yeah, becoming unpopular among others and becoming convicts like that. Or losing good qualities and what? Yeah. Deterioration of discipline in the country. Living in doubt and fear and what? Yeah, economic losses. And what? Yeah, getting addicted to bad habits and frustration. Now guys, these are the harmful effects of not receiving love and protection. Now guys, even each of every human, they need love and protection. Got it guys? Now we know that food, water, and air are considering as basic human needs. And we saw other than that, out of various other needs, love and protection are two main important physiological needs. And we know that those who are concerned with love and protection can be divided into two groups, like what? Yeah, family members and external persons. And as much as love and protection given to us, we must return to others. There are many duties on our part to maintain love and protection in the society. Got it, guys? If you guys enjoyed this video, then like, share, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye. See you guys next time.